Welcome everyone, let's get started.
Conditional sentences. 1. Zero conditional. Form. If plus present simple plus present simple. Example. If I eat too much, I feel bad. Usage. We use this structure for facts that are generally true. Example. If I don't get enough sleep, I feel tired. Equals every time I don't get enough sleep, I feel tired. If you want to become a doctor, you have to study hard. Equals anyone who wants to become a doctor has to study hard. Note. We can say the same thing by reversing the two parts of the sentence. We do not use a comma before if. Present simple plus if plus present simple. Example. I feel bad if I eat too much. 2. First conditional. Form. If plus present simple, S plus will plus V. Example. If I'm late, she'll be angry. Usage. We use this structure to talk about things that may happen in the future. Example. If we don't hurry, we won't finish. Note. We can reverse the order. We do not use a comma before if. Example. We won't finish if we don't hurry. We do not use will or won't after if. Exercise 1. Put these facts about various types of people into sentences with if plus present simple plus present simple. Make you the subject of both parts of the sentences. Exercise 2. Complete these sentences with if plus present simple plus will or won't, using the words in brackets. Sometimes you do not need to change the words in brackets. Exercise 3. Complete the dialogues with the present simple or will or won't forms of the words in brackets. Sometimes you do not change the words in brackets. Three. Second conditional. Form. If plus past simple, S plus would plus V. Example. If he worked harder, he'd do better. Usage. We use this structure to imagine something that is not true, but it refers to the present. Example. Someone who doesn't have enough money to buy a new car and says, I'd buy a new car if I had enough money. We can use the same type of sentence to talk about the future. Example. If I won a lot of money, I'd buy a big house. This sentence describes an unlikely future situation. It's unlikely that I will win a lot of money. Note. We do not use a comma before if. After if, we sometimes use I, he or she, it with were. Example. If he were, or was, alive today. When you give someone advice, you use, if I were you. Example. If I were you, I'd go to the police. Exercise 1. Complete these sentences. Exercise 2. In the next few years. It is unlikely that astronauts will visit Mars. It is unlikely that governments will stop buying guns. It is unlikely that doctors will find a cure for cancer. It is unlikely that they will discover oil in Ireland. It is unlikely that young people will stop buying CDs. Now use the predictions in the box to complete these sentences. Imagine how life nowadays could be better. Complete the sentences using the words in brackets and any other words you need. Four. Third conditional form. If plus past perfect, s plus would plus have plus of pi. Example. If Jane had come on her usual train, I would have seen her. Usage. We use this structure to imagine something that did not happen in the past. Example. If Charlie Chaplin had died in 1989, he would have been 100 years old. It means, Chaplin did not in fact die in 1989. He died before he was 100 years old. Exercise 1. Read this story about Ellen. In May 1992, Ellen lost her job in London. She didn't have much money in the bank, so she was very worried. She looked in the newspapers and she saw an advertisement for a job as a translator from German into English. She didn't speak German very well, so she didn't apply for it. In June, she heard about some teaching jobs abroad because a friend phoned to tell her about them. She phoned the company, and they asked her to go for an interview with the director. Ellen thought the interview went badly, but in fact, the director was happy with the interview and offered Ellen a job in Spain. However, Ellen couldn't start at once because she didn't know any Spanish. She took a course to learn the language. She was good at languages and she made rapid progress. So, by September she had a new job, and she still had a little money left in the bank. Now write sentences using the words in brackets. Exercise 2. Use the information in brackets to complete these sentences. Five. Mixed conditional, type 2 plus 3. Example. Type 3 and type 2. If she hadn't stayed up late last night, she wouldn't be so tired now. Type 2 and type 3. If I were you, I would have learned English earlier. Six. Inverted conditional. First conditional form, should plus s plus of simple present, s plus will plus v. Example. Should I meet him tomorrow, I will give him this letter. Equals if I meet him tomorrow, I will give him this letter. Second conditional form, were plus s plus would plus v. Example. Were I you, I would buy this house. Third conditional form, had plus s plus of pi, s plus would have plus of pi. Example. Had he driven carefully, the accident wouldn't have happened. 7. Other structure. Unless equals if not. Example. If you don't study hard, you can't pass the exam. Equals unless you work hard, you can't pass the exam. Suppose, supposing, in case, even if, as long as, so long as, provided, that, on condition, that, can replace if in conditional. Example. Supposing that you are wrong, what will you do then? Without. Example. Without water, life wouldn't exist. Equals if there were no water, life wouldn't exist.